Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Frost and Fire. So I decided to play some peaceful music at the start because the start of this episode will be anything but peaceful. We left off in the middle of the night fighting dozens upon dozens of centipedes and insects. Fortunately, most of these insects here, most of these spiders, these mega spiders, spellipedes, and scarabs, are going to kill themselves off due to the ambient temperature. I made the mistake of heating a deep drill area warm enough that it allowed insects to spawn, but now we're just going to have heaps of dead insects. I do, however, have the remnants of the mechanoid hive, which I'm going to have to deal with, a lot of which is right at the entranceway of my base, but I do have my trickle feeder closed, which means these guys are going to reroute. Knowing that they're going to reroute, another thing that I'm going to want to do is to lure them somewhere else. I need to offer them a valid target, and that valid target, unfortunately for Mr. Phoenix here, is going to be, well, you guessed it, Mr. Phoenix. Another thing I'm going to want to do is to start working on getting through the hives themselves. Now, a lot of them did not burn, and as a result, they're going to be spawning more and more insects, and as I am heading into summer, these insects will actually survive. And, well, I really don't want a mountain of insects to deal with as I head into the summer. Additionally, this lovely little triple raid has most assuredly set my plans for takeoff back a bit. So we're picking up where we left off, and I am trying to kill the centipede in my backyard, and then also to deal with the rest of them, and there's a considerable amount of them. The trouble here, of course, is that none of my people are really ready for a fight. They're all tired. It has been a long time fighting already, so that is another thing I'm going to have to account for, is battle fatigue. So prepare for me to deal with battle fatigue as best I can. So here's Bash closing the distance so that my shooters can shoot this centipede without harm. Bash is likely to get punched a little bit, but he hasn't been hit yet by this centipede. He's been dodging. Phoenix here is offering himself up as a target, and the remainder of these mega spiders, the ones that have not frozen yet, are helping to take down these centipedes, biting them to bits. Alright, here we go. Operation Shoot a Whole Lot. One of the lovely things about charge rifles, they have pretty high damage penetration. I mean, this isn't fair because this is a legendary one, but as you can see, it's armor pen is 52%, which does help punch through the thick carapace of the centipede, whereas like an assault rifle has a much lower armor pen of 16, so it is more than likely bouncing off the centipede. And here is the centipedes down here getting swarmed, and as you can see, all of these centipedes here are heading southbound. We do have one centipede left in our base here that needs to get killed off, but obviously low priority. So there we go, that centi is dead. Everybody here is going to be able to go inside and rest. I want them to have a little R&R while I have probably Phoenix here. You know what I'm going to do with Phoenix? Phoenix, I want you to consume a lavish meal, consume some wake up, and then head back out. Phoenix is going to be the valid target for these centipedes, while everybody else gets some quick R&R. Now, the insects themselves are valid targets, so I don't need to offer myself up as a valid target until the all the mega spiders are like downed. So it's not as urgent as you might think. All right, my kill box is officially cleared of centipedes. I'm going to turn off all the turrets as a result. Some of them are out of ammo, but of course we have buckets of reloading nearby, so that's no issue at all. We did lose one turret, not a big deal in the grander scheme of things. And now I think everything is off. Now we did lose some turrets back here, and well, yeah, it happens. Okay. We have fire warnings. We don't need to worry about that. I don't care. Now, with Phoenix here, his mood is... I'm actually going to have him take the place of Storbeck and quickly treat him. While these... Oh, there it goes. There goes the centipede. While the mechanoids and insects duke it out. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Tend. Now, most of these mega spiders are about to go down. They are all hypothermic and soon to be rendered unconscious. And that means I'm going to need to offer up a valid target soon. Looks to me like Leth is resting, but only because of the Fibritus Mechanites. So, Raptor, go tend to Leth. And Leth, you are going to grab an excellent sniper rifle and head on out after maybe eating a lavish meal. No. Eat the lavish meal. So yeah, as you can see, oh, a roof collapse. So the roof collapse, unfortunately set off the trap here. I'm not certain how the roof collapsed. Oh, you know, I am pretty certain. There's probably a bug got back there and set off the roof collapse trap. So, as you can see, the hives here are being shot at by the mechanoids. It's sort of a best case scenario for me that they're making targets of one another. And Leth here, yeah, beacons are usable because they broke. Leth here is going to start working on attacking the remaining centipedes and then waiting for other snipers to have their moods cleared for combat. At this point, I think I can do a stay fortified. Yeah, all right. There's nothing inside of this stay fortified zone that would endanger me, so everybody's going to be stay fortified restricted. The animals are, of course, still inside. And these centipedes in back are very damaged. They're the ones that I used the Berserk to have kill them each other. So they should be pretty easy to take out. So as you can see, the rest of these mechanoids are helping me unwillingly, but helping me to clear out the infestation. And Leth here is about as happy as one can be. Oh, nice. 2 shots. Shot to the head. Now, the hypothermic slowdown won't kill the bugs. So that's another thing I'm going to need to do, is to actually finish off all of the insects before it warms up too much. And as you can see, some of these bugs, because of the heat generated in this room, and because this room has an intact door, this chamber warmed up enough that the bugs regain consciousness, and now the mega spiders are on the march, which is fine. An enemy of my enemy is, well, in this case, whoa, pikemen. I got some pikemen. I saw that shot ring out. Where are you? Oh, here you are. It's going to be challenging to get a line of sight on what I want to shoot at without being shot myself. So Raptor is tending bash. Phoenix and Raptor are back at it. I need Raptor to sit on the throne and regain psi focus. Gabe is about to be in a really good mood. So Gabe, what I'm going to have you do is consume a meal, grab a excellent sniper rifle, and then get to work with your with Leth. All right, and there we go. That other centipede is gone. Now we're going to try to catch up to the other stragglers here. The stragglers tend to be damaged. I mean, that's why they're stragglers, so there's a lot of work to be done. All right, Gabe, swap, and head south. I might not even need to clear the hives myself. Seems like these mechanoids are doing it for me, which I'm totally appreciative of in an odd way. Okay, so everybody that had major mental breaks are now minor mental breaks. It's actually just Storbeck. I don't know why I'm actually getting double messages all over the place. I think this is a result of 1.3 bugs. But I'm not going to fix that right now. Just go ahead and ignore that. There goes another shutdown. Okay, Raptor. I want you on the throne because it's going to be very important for Raptor to get Berserk back. Because these centipedes, okay, they've cleared out all the hives, as far as I could tell, so we're going to need to berserk as many of these guys as possible. And soon we're going to have to deal with pikemen and lancers as well. Alright, JD is conscious, up. Lavish meal and a sniper rifle. And then Hippie is up as well. Lavish meal and a sniper rifle. You guessed it. All right, let's aim for the Lancer. This pikeman's going to be winging shots at us in a second here. Oh, nice shot. All right, let's get ready to go mano a mano with this pike. Not the greatest that it gets to shoot at me while I shoot at it, but I don't see much other choices here. My brawlers aren't ready. I'm hoping to cripple it. Now its accuracy against me is low, 15%. My accuracy against it is, I believe, much higher, 53%. Yeah, there's just a way higher likelihood that I hit it than it hits me, which is why I'm happy to do this like shot for shot trades, because the chance of a positive outcome is much higher than a negative one. But again, it's a game of chance, so I gotta be quite careful in the long run doing it that way. Storbeck, you are gonna sit this one. Actually, you know what? Lavish meal for you, and then grab yourself a sniper rifle. I think a lavish meal will put his mood bracket up high enough that he'll be okay. And here comes Hippie. Hippie will be able to drop a berserk. Let's have you hide. And then... And that will... I can't continually do that because, you know, she can't get close like Raptor can with his shield belt. But at least that stops me from having to kite briefly. Nope, kite we go. All right, Storbeck, have you eaten? You have. Finish that beer, and then you come join us. Ooh, those shots were very damaging. All right, Storbeck, out you go. I'm essentially, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying not to rely on my kill box really at all, so I don't have to spend the steel for reloads, because that will set me back as well. Unfortunately, yeah, no, yeah, okay, Raptor, I'm gonna have you stay on the throne for a bit. Even though I do want you to have some psi focus. I think right now the more important part is the psi focus, because I don't know when I'm next going to be attacked by more enemies, and it'd be good to have the focus up for protective reasons. Storbeck, go north. And join us here. All right, another thing I could do is have Hippie tuck behind this wall back here for some cheeky little berserks with what remains. I think I could probably only get one berserk off before my psi focus drops to a below 50% level, but that helps to take out yet another centipede. Unfortunately, there's just so many dang centipedes. I don't know what to say. Randy sees fit to just send us centipede after centipede. I'm trying not to use the arrow drone strikes because I feel like we are going to need them later. And then I am hoping that, I haven't checked. Okay, yes, Phoenix is starting to rebuild our defenses, which is good. And then Bash will do the same. It's nice to have the brawlers right now be constructors for that reason. So these front two centipedes are real broken. Oh, there goes one. There are some uninjured ones heading our way, though. This one, namely, is not that damaged, so we'll focus on it. And, okay, fire alert, but I don't care. It's for where I used to have a light bulb. So I think all of the remaining centipedes that are left are highly damaged now, so they're going to be very easy to kite and fight, as they won't be able to catch me quickly. And that will wrap up this. Honestly, it's been a reactor raid practice session, I'd like to think, because that's basically what this has been. Fighting, I don't even know how many centipedes total. 18, 26, 27, 28. I mean, technically I didn't kill these. The bugs did. 30, 31, 32, 32. Oh, 33, 34, 35, 36, 36 centipedes, something like that. That's a lot. That is a lot of centipedes. I'm just happy that the sniper rifles against centipedes haven't been nerfed. I can see sometime in the future going, hey, guess what? You won't be able to outrange centipedes, and it would be tragedy. All right, so they have 2 centipedes left. They have... No, there's a few more. And then, Mr. Bash, I'm going to have you help out with the pikeman. Although I highly doubt that pikeman is going to cause me any trouble. I don't want it to get a cheeky shot and hurt anyone when we're basically at the finish line here. Okay, we're starting to get break risks. Leth, you are going to get some R&R. I don't know how to separate out these two. Actually, you know what? To protect the shooters, all I really need is the pikeman shooting at me. And it's not doing that right now. Okay, there it goes. Because I have a shield belt, and the pikeman does not. Oh, it's shooting at me. This should be a kill shot, though. Yeah, it's down. All right, Bash, you can get back to repair work. And at this point, they have just the single centipede left, I think. And then another thing I'm going to need to do is to finish off all the bugs that are unconscious. So, enemies... I'm going to zoom out. And we're going to need to hunt any bugs left alive. Another thing I'm going to want to do is to not allow their corpses in any sort of butchery. So we kill them, but we don't put their bodies anywhere. So we just run around finishing them off. And then not haul them, which, you know, is important. Everybody now can go on avoid zones. And I'm going to update the avoid zone to allow them into the caverns over here, as the threat is functionally gone. Unfortunately, this trap got triggered, and that's unfortunate, because I would have to build all of that back to reset it. So it's negative 70 degrees-ish, which means that the hypothermic slowdown benefit we're about to lose. So it is going to be pretty important for us to finish off the bugs and quickly. And I think no one wants to do it. But here, as you can see, if I have like JD set to hunt, he's just killing everything and not hauling it because there's no valid zone to haul it to. And there's a lot of conscious bugs still. Probably the majority of them haven't even died. But if I go to numbers and check enemies, I could see the ones that are left. There's obviously a lot of them left. With my hunting really high... Oh, and I guess animals can go to unrestricted hauling now again. And let me add the cave zones to their allowed area as well. So interestingly, and unsurprisingly, pretty much all the jelly burned up. So there's really not jelly. Oh yeah, here we go. So here's JD and... nope, just JD going on a mass slaughter. And I don't think I need to micromanage them. I think my my guys here will do the coup de grace on their own. Just due to work priorities. Hunt being 2. So there's very little work, higher priority than murdering these bugs. Now, some of these bugs are in the avoid zone. So I might need to... fudge the numbers just a little bit. Or to allow people to briefly enter. But what little... Actually, I don't even think there's any bugs in the avoid zone anymore. I was going to say what little bugs remain wouldn't be hard for me to just kill normally. And then as soon as they gain consciousness, it doesn't really matter because these centipedes and pikemen will shoot at them. So it's kind of a not a issue, not a problem. All right, let's get the research bench going. And yeah, that resolves that really nasty fight. We did have the robber lair that I was potentially doing. And keeping Orion, a yeoman of United Cities, is making a request. He wants me to keep a lynx for 23 days. He is sick with blood rot. And I will accept... So 4 honor. Is 4 honor enough for Storbeck? He's knight at 10. So, you know, I don't need to do the robber lair for the 8 honor. I'm going to keep Orion for 4 honor, and that will bring Storbeck up to Praetor. And Orion, you were just going to be pets inside, eating the things. Yep, that's all we need to do. And then we'll treat you with herbal every now and then. Pretty straightforward. All right, we'll rebuild the deep drill zone and cleaned it up because it's considerably full of debris and insect parts and things. It's nasty. It's truly nasty. All right, checking numbers. Yes, every single bug is now dead. We finished off every single insect. I think at this point what I could do is allow the insect corpses to be placed in this low priority stockpile. And for our butcher creature, which is this, to only, for now, butcher the mega spiders, which is the most bang for our buck. I don't really need the fowl meat, but I don't mind having more chem fuel or nutrient paste meals. Ooh, also, looks like my beer is fermented. So I'm going to have JD work on that. This giant stockpile of beer here is so that during the reactor raids, I have plenty of mood-altering, mood-repairing drugs, or whatever you call it, to keep people happy. And of course, if you remember, Randy dropped some wort here before he went ape and decided to try to kill me with mechs. Like you do. So at this point, it is just one giant cleanup. Oh, you know, let me... So insect corpses here, let's only allow the mega spiders. And then for the butchering, let's shrink the radius so it's only what is stored in this stockpile. And then hippie, it got pretty filthy in the base. So we'll clean up the throne room. So the weak turrets, the steel turrets that got blown up are being replaced with plasteel ones. We have a lot of stuff to repair still. Are you kidding? Okay, Maverick has a debilitating heart attack. And Raptor, go tend. Keep tending. Okay. Wow, that was a quick fix. So Maverick, I think at 16 years old, the average life expectancy of a Gorillo is 15. So on borrowed time at this point. My other pet here, Glitch. So Maverick is not bonded. So what I could do is for Glitch, to basically keep the next female, because Maverick is currently pregnant. So these turrets back here, I am going to replace with plasteel ones as well. So turn you off. Plasteel. Just so that they're tougher. And maybe I'll put another plasteel turret there as well. Now, Josh in the YouTube comments mentioned that there's sort of a cheese way to stop pod drop raiders in my backfield that I could employ, but I'm not planning on it. Which would be to fill it with barricades because pod drop raiders can't land on barricades. But that's not a tactic that I wish to use. Just a personal preference. I avoid using sort of cheese tactics like that. Some, like keeping an area cold enough to stop insect spawning, I think is a pretty legitimate tactic. Others, you know, it's legitimate. It's just not for me. It's not a tactic that I wish to use, and as a result won't do it. But that would be things like filling an area so that it's invalid for pod drop raiders, because it is a functional counter to them, but it's not one that I like using. So Raptor's working on reactor research, and we now have all these IED traps ready to go. I think it's not safe. Well, I will stockpile the IED traps here, I suppose. They're close enough to the kill box entryway for me to use them, and they shouldn't be easily destroyed here. It's a bit of a risk because, of course, there's nothing stopping them from getting exploded. I just don't think that that's likely to happen here. There's I'll put them... Okay, Randy, I see how it is. Who's it targeting? Oh, Lord. Oh, Phoenix. Okay. This is getting ridiculous now. So I have a mech hive drop pod in my backyard, which is the crappiest deja vu. Maverick, get inside. Actually, Maverick, I am going to need to tell you manually, because you're going to endanger yourself. So, Maverick, head to Area 1. Get out of there. Raptor has his side focus full, so it's possible that I can berserk these guys. So there's 13 drop pod raiders, and that's just so annoying. Alright, so Raptor is waiting and ready. Storeback, Hippie, and JD are getting in position with guns. Fortunately, it is not a nasty raid. This is a pretty easy raid to kill with Psycasts and Brawlers, because they're all weak ranged units. So it honestly could be a whole lot worse, but let's go ahead and... Maverick, you're going to get inside. I'm going to switch weapons to weapons that are more conducive to murdering these mechs. They are going to be smashing up my... Ow. Unfortunately, that was not planned well, and Bash is missing a nose. And now Raptor's shield belt is gone, but I did manage to berserk a whole lot of them. I want to lure them out, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to grab the short-ranged weapons because I intend to shred them quickly. The nose issue is easy to fix. I think we have aesthetic noses that we can roll out for Bash. It was a bit of a risk having him walk out like that. I took the risk. I regret it. Especially given that he has a toque on and not a you know, a cataphract helmet. I can actually switch at this point. So now these guys are murdering one another because I berserked them, but my shield belts don't have charge at the moment, so I have to stay sort of in cover, protected. My shooters here, all but Leth, have swapped weapons, so we'll get ready to shoot. As you can see, they are destroying the pod launcher. What I could do is I could, yeah, alright, forget these IEDs. I can give them a valid target here. So they stop bashing things. And Phoenix, get ready to push. Oh, darn. I was hoping that that turret would explode and as a result trigger the EMP IED, but nope. Of course not. Of course not. All right, Hippie, what I want you to do is drop another berserk because there's way too many Lancers staring at us. And let's get shooting. So as you can see, now we have high-powered, short-ranged weapons that everyone has. Leth, you should not be doing that. Storbeck just got gutted, or rather legged. Phoenix still has a shield battle, so Phoenix, head on into the room. Storbeck, you're gonna fight because it wasn't actually a bleed or anything. And now Phoenix's shield battle is gone. Let's go for that Lancer. And the loading process is gone, so we do have anti-grain warheads that are exposed, which is, let's just say, I'm not comfortable with that. 'Twas always a risk. Okay, all that we have left is this pikeman. And I'm going to rush him with Bash. And these three. Phoenix's Storbeck back up. Oh no, there's a Lancer here too. I'll turn the Lancer and the pikeman against one another. Alright, Lancer's now disarmed. And the pikeman is gone. Okay, cool. That was not ideal, but it turned out fine. Storbeck and Hippie, you are going to switch weapons to slightly longer range. And we will get repairing of the power grid here. Also replacing some of the lost turrets. And of course the lost pod launcher, which had the anti-grain warheads in him. That's most unfortunate. I am going to clear force here for everybody so they can put on cataphract helmets. That would have spared Bash's nose. I, in the scheme of things, got really lucky with Bash only losing a nose. It could have been a lot worse. He could have lost his life. I do have Resurrect Serum, so there was always that, you know, solution if I'm too reckless. But I don't want to, you know, I didn't want to fall back on that. This monument now is just a hunk of metal. It is no longer a monument, so we can break that down. And at this point, I just hope to try to work towards repairing and replacing everything because, my goodness, I've been under constant siege, and I would love some sort of break. Bash, you're going to do some medical. Oh, okay. I guess not with meds. JD is working on making flak vests. My miners are... Oh, man. How many times are you gonna... The standing lamp is like a curse. You keep hauling partial steel over to it. Raptor should also switch his weapon back to the Persona Monosword. He doesn't need the Eltec staff anymore. And we'll continue working on that research. Much, much delayed. So I'm trying to reset the drop fall trap there. That's what I'm doing up there. This year is just slime and rubble everywhere. It's not something I intend to clean up. Okay, taking a look at this bill, we have our IEDs back. Flak vests are good, so JD should start working on the nose. I'm also going to want to make some more lavish meals. So I'm going to allow meat to be freed up for that, because it was pretty handy having those lavish meals during that fight. I might even want to stockpile more than I currently have queued. And then we'll put in a wooden wall to hold up the rock overhead mountain. I'm trying to get him to use the raptor flesh. Seems to be harder than it sounds. Whatever. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice. And now there's I can merge these stacks and move another stack of meat in here. Cool. Okay, here's the aesthetic nose for Bash. And we have a lot of repair and replace. Most of the turrets are already back, but there's a lot of repairs to be done. Walls and turrets and rearming and all that jazz. Plus just a ton of mech shredding, which I will do as soon as the nose is done. Okay, nose is done. And Bash is going to go under the knife for an aesthetic nose. God, all of the messages are doubled up. Well, ain't that just annoying? Thank you, 1.3. Okay, there we go. So he's more handsome as a result of being shot in the face. Who would have guessed? JD looks like he is now making the corsets, so I'm going to suspend that so that I can focus on shredding mechs. So we'll get this machining table on so we can make our plasteel and steel. Because my plasteel, we definitely used a whole lot of the plasteel as a result of building all the turrets and stuff. So we're going to want that back. Oh, so the pod launcher here, unfortunately, it seems that we refilled it considerably. But before I forget, anti-grain warheads get put in. It doesn't really matter if I have more fuel in that pod launcher than I meant to. It's not a big deal. But it was very annoying that the mechs like beelined for that pod launcher first. With that said, yeah, I guess it's worth walling it off. Keep it a little bit more protected than the rest of the pod launchers. And then having a door face the artillery mortars so that we can easily grab shells if we need it. Well, everybody, that is all the time I have. That resolves, of course, the Super Mega Raid, the Insect Swarm, and then a pod drop where they really could not have dropped in a more annoying spot. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I'm glad that I did not leave off on a cliffhanger like tradition, and I will catch you next episode. Farewell.